Hello, welcome, beautiful souls, to this reading where Spirit brings you message on how to make your love relationship more harmonious, more strong, to build really strong foundations and make it more lovable. Um, so this is really interesting because it is a very special reading, different from the others that I've been doing before. Because I had this moment where I was meditating and asking what was the more important message to talk about with you, with the whole collective. What was this message that I really needed to bring to you? And so, after this meditation with the higher self, I realized that it was about love relationships and how to make them more lovable, how to make them more harmonious. And that's what Spirit wants to talk about today. And I am really excited, because we are in, as the time that I am recording this reading, we are in the month of May of 2022, no matter when you find the reading. But it is interesting because this month specifically, it's all about fertility. And I feel like this year it's really strong, the energy, the potential that is around for renewal, for some kind of rebirth in many things, in many areas, obviously. But today Spirit really wants to bring something about specifically the love relationships. So we will see what are the messages that come through, what Spirit wants to talk about. And before we go into that, just to say that we are here talking about healthy relationships. So, of course, it's to improve and to overcome those issues that we have many times in between the couple, and we are not covering here anything that is related with toxic relationships. So there is this um, foundation here for these relationships where there is respect, where there is love, where you feel like this is really your person. You, or either you have been already for a long time with your partner, either you just met it for a few time. It doesn't really matter, as long as you feel like it is really this person that I want to be with, and this is my person. There is respect, there is caring, there is love here. And even despite we have a lot of differences and we may struggle with it, and we for sure we do. Otherwise Spirit wouldn't want to talk about this. And we are just humans, and that's how life goes. So it is just the way human beings grow, and we learn how to improve ourselves and how to make, specifically here, our love relationship more harmonious, more, and we make our environment more happy. So everyone wants that, and there is a big potential now to really make big changes, transmute a lot of things, and to improve then this relationship. So let's see what is it, Spirit. Okay. Oh gosh, they flew into the floor. Excuse me, I just have to pick them up. Okay, we have two cards, and we can literally see with this energy how Spirit is really wanting to bring forward this energy, how important it is to talk about this now. So we have the wall with obstacles, not surprising, obviously. And we have the wheel, like the wheel that goes down, and it goes like in I am sorry to not have the words to translate specifically because this is in Italian, but it's really really interesting, this card. It's like when you go deep into your more dark side, your shadow side, and it says it's time to clean. And I am really, really feeling, I was already with an idea of what Spirit was going to bring, but it is just a clarification for me exactly of what Spirit wants to talk about. Okay, so we can start right here with those two. And so, obviously, with the wall obstacle, it shows how we have to face in a relationship with your partner. You face these obstacles, these moments where you feel like it's a wall you cannot go through. You don't have, and it's interesting because I actually see in this wall, it's the first time I see it. I see like it's like a lock, and you have this place for the key. And it's exactly that. It's when you feel like you don't really understand your partner. You don't really know what he means with that. You don't really, because you think in a different way. And especially talking here about divine feminine and divine masculine energies, they are very different from each other. So, no matter what gender, but still, we have this part in us of divine feminine and divine masculine. And obviously, in each one of us, one is more proeminent or more, it's more on the surface all the time. Let's say it like that. So, we are trying to find this balance between the feminine energy and the masculine, because then we will be in equilibrium. We will see in a different way. We will be able to use our heart, our emotions, our intuition, yeah, right? And at the same time, using the your mind, your more rational way of thinking, your will of doing action on putting the work. So this is the base, and this is what really Spirit brings here as the biggest message and so important. It's all about going within to find these shadow parts of yourself, our ego. So we all have that, and we are very aware of that for sure. So now it is the time to really go deep into that shadow part. And many times we don't really want to do that because it's not easy, and it hurts many times and make us to be sad and feel down. And I feel that many of you that can even go through the dark night of the soul, what we call. So, and we have all this dark here in these cards, which really represents that also. And you see that just in that hole here where you can put the key, you have this light, this bright light there, the same as you have here. It's like you are going deep into the dark, but when you go, the more deep you go, deep down, you can see there is this big bright light. So this is really very well depictable here in these cards, because it's all about this going into our ego, our dark shadow side, and really face it and see what is it that triggers me. Why do I get triggered? Why do I have these obstacles? Why can I not see further than this? Maybe there is situations like giving you examples, very simple examples that you can really realize what I'm talking about. If your partner talks about something and it can be the most superficial thing, it doesn't really matter because it goes down in every directions, but even the most simple thing, and he's saying something on how he sees um, the color of that flower or the shape and how it makes him feel or see. Let's pick it an example. It can be about the, I don't know, the dishes, whatever it is, because you know what I'm talking about. Most of the times we struggle in a relationship about very superficial things, banal things of the daily life. And it's so interesting. Why do we do that? How does this happen? Because in the end of the day, we know it's not really important. But many times, if you really look, it starts with something that is really something that I would even say foolish. Well, it's not foolish because this is how, if we are able to really look at those things and analyze it and take the best of it to learn, it will help you with every other situation, even the bigger ones, the important ones. So many times we are facing these banal, these things, simple things in the daily life, so we can start to make these changes in ourselves. So when it comes a moment to really face bigger challenges, we already have learned how to listen to each other, how to talk to each other. We know better and we'll be able to really make it in a different and more mature and in a way that it will give the best results for the partnership. So even when I was saying like this simple example and on how your partner sees something and you are looking at the same thing and but you see it in a different way, or let's say another easier example. If you want to explain to your partner where is the place of something, and the way you say your directions to get to that place, it's in a way that for you it's the way that makes more sense, but for your partner, even you know where is the place, even you are talking about the same, the way he says the directions are different from yours. And maybe you don't really quite understand. It doesn't really make sense for you. Well, because we are different beings. And especially uh, between partners and the divine feminine and divine masculine energy, there is a lot of different essence here in play. So we really have to learn this. And what we learn with this, it's the most amazing thing, because many times what triggers us, what makes us to be mad, to make us to be angry, to make us to be upset with something and just suddenly start a fight or something like that, it's because there is this no understanding. Many times there is no communication and we need to start to communicate more. And many times there is communication, but it's not really understood. So this is something really, really important, and that it goes along with what Spirit brings here to us. Because when we go within to our shadow, we will realize, okay, when I receive these words, when I have this reaction from my partner, when I have this, sorry, when I have this approach from my partner, I get triggered. I don't feel well. So this is the first step that Spirit brings here for you. What is it that triggers you? Just look inside. Go very deep within, into your ego. What is it? Is it your insecurities? Is it because you are expecting for your partner to give you the um, recognition that you want to have? And these are things that we all deal with it. I'm not here to point fingers, to make judgments to anyone, because I know perfectly about this. We all have these things. And seeing it in this perspective of we all have, you and your partner, we all go through the same um, learnings, we go through the same obstacles, and we find these walls. And that is the moment where we have to go within and see, be really truthful with ourselves and see what is it that triggers me? Why is it? And then when you do that, you realize, oh, okay, so maybe I was feeling like that because I needed I needed for my partner to tell me something nice. I needed him to make me feel good. I needed him to recognize myself. Okay, so why do you need? That is the question. Because you are already a beautiful, divine being. You have everything you need. It's inside you. And when we realize this, our own value, and that part of ourselves is just a part, it's the part of our shadow that needs to be cherished. We need to take care of it. We need to be compassionate about it and say, okay, I hear you. I hear that you need this, so I'm giving it to you. There's no need for my partner to do it for you because, from first of all, I am here to give it to you, to yourself. And you say this and you send it back to that part of you. This is a very intense, very easy exercise. Not so easy when we face the moment, when we just hit the wall, but we start to try to do that, and you will see if you try it once and you didn't manage, you get upset anyway, something happened, you said the words that you didn't really want, or you said everything that you wanted, but then you realize that maybe I could have done it differently, maybe I could have just be calm, and from a place of calmness I could have talked really what is inside me, what I am feeling, what I am dealing with. Because it doesn't mean that you cannot talk with your partner about these things. The key to this wall, to this lock, is to first realize this as your own shadow. Where is this shadow of you? How does it manifest? Talk with it. And then you can also talk in a different way from a place of calmness in your heart, a quiet in your heart, and then you can talk in a different way with your partner. And I am absolutely sure that he will hear you and he will understand in some uh, way at least, but he will, and he or she, I apologize, and then your partner can give it back to you in his own or hers own way, because we are different. And maybe the way you give to your partner, it's not the way that your partner gives to you. And we have to really know, to want to know, to be curious about how is what is this way that my partner has to give to me? Because now I already am sharing my inner child, my dark, my shadow side, whatever you want to call it. And I am taking care of it and I'm aware of it and I'm talking with him or with her. And now I have this moment, this place of quiet in my heart, that I am calm, I know my value, I am not creating expectations in my partner. I want to know my partner. I am curious about him because I see how lovable he is. I see how much he cares for me. And what are those things that makes you love this person? Take a look on them. What are those things? Focus on them whenever comes this moment of that tries to unbalance somehow. Just focus on that. Go within, and you will find this light with your shadow side, because it's within, going within, really understanding how we work, how we have these uh, traumas, we have dealt with situations that hurted us, we have dealt with a lot of baggage in our life and from lives before, and we have things, emotions, impulses inside us that make us react in ways that we don't really associate ourselves with that, but we know they are there. So it is the time to really go there, face it with compassion, with love, because it's part of you. It's part of you, and it is beautiful because with that you can learn so much about love, compassion, and you will learn on how to listen better the other. You will learn how to be compassionate about your partner. You will see, you will feel, and you will be able to do that with your partner. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's take some tarot and see what spirit wants to add to this message. It is already a lot that is coming with this message. And I feel like this is so special for this time that we are going through. There is a lot of transformation inside us, and we are wanting to be better. We are wanting to change. We are wanting to really balance ourselves even more, to find something that we haven't found yet. And this will go for sure in different ways for every one of you. But just take what resonates with you and see how you adapt this message in your specific situation, because Spirit is really talking with you here. So take a look also at numbers, some animals, symbols that may give you some sign, and ask Spirit for that, and take a look, and also go within yourself and see what is that you take from this with your higher self. Let's see. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have Death. How synchronistic is that? I am not surprised at all with it, and all this black here again, and the death here, the skeleton, and she is dancing with the skeleton. So see, it is this blessing. We cannot grow, we cannot elevate ourselves, we cannot um, make a better versions of ourselves without going through this dark night of the soul, or without going through these transformations where we have to really make the alchemic process. We have to let some things die, and we rejoice in that, because there is so much light, there is so much growth, there is so much learning. We are becoming better versions. We are making another step. But for that, we really need to dance with this part of ourselves, with our shadow side, and really face it and see, like, how we let it go, the parts that don't serve us anymore, the things that we have always done in that way. We always have dwelled around those kind of habits, and we have to really wanting to let it go and rejoice in that, because it will give you a lot of, you will feel so light, and you will feel the happiness. It's unbelievable how the message is so clear here for you. We have the Four of Pentacles with this amazing onion, which is also very symbolic. Onion, it's all about layers, right? The layers that we are going to take, one layer, another one, and this, with the Four of Pentacles, it represents what we are. I feel like here how we are attached to some things. We kind of stay in our comfort zone, and we don't let go things easily. It's not easy for us as humans, but this is just a process that we have to do all our life. And you start to take the first layer, and then you will find another one that you also have to take. And then there is another one, and then another one. And this is a process of a life, of growing, of knowing more, higher wisdom, going more within, connected with your spiritual higher self, connecting with love, with compassion. Really beautiful. And you have the Empress. How amazing is that? This is for where you are going to. A lot of fertility. She is the mother. She's the representation of mother. She's the representation of abundance, of fertility, of growth, of taking care of her children. So, and she does it with this, look at her, how she is very calm, looking into the horizon. There, you can really feel that there is nothing that can shake her inner calm. There's nothing that she cannot handle, because she has found a higher wisdom, a wisdom that comes with spirit, that comes through heart. You see here the triangle in her chest. It's a wisdom of opening her heart to love, to compassion, to understanding of different ways of seeing, to understanding what is not only of her, to understand the different ways that go around in each human being. And she is open to listen, she is open to understand. And even she doesn't understand, she knows that each being is divine. And she knows how much she loves. She loves the ones around her. And I am really interested because here I see this like the onion that she has here on the top of her book. So Spirit is telling you again on the importance of learning how life is made of this growth, of letting go old ways of thinking, letting go of your ego, letting go of everything that triggers you, letting go of everything that doesn't resonate in your heart as peace, as quiet, letting go of every things that happen in your past, wounds. And for that, it's to be compassionate with yourself, to know that this is how we are made. This is what we are made of. And so we learn with that. It's right there in those wounds, in those traumas, in those things that make us, that are part of our ego, that we learn about ourselves and about the others. And we learn how to be compassionate. We learn that we are all different, but we are all the same. We all make mistakes. We all, once in a while, hurt the ones that we love most. Is it because we won't? No. It's just part of our learning and growth. And how do we overcome that? With forgiveness. Forgiving yourself, first of all. Knowing that this is a high law, a high knowing, knowledge of the universe on how the universe goes. And how would say that would be so much knowledge in an onion, isn't it? Because it actually is a lot of higher wisdom is around us, especially in nature, and we can take so much from it. And the Empress, she knows that, and she studied that, and she will pass that learning to her children. Beautiful. And this is in order to go to this more balanced and stable and secure state of yourself and in your relationship. The Queen of Pentacles here represents also all this learning, that the resources that she had been collecting in her life, because she has been through so many things, but she has been learning. She is picking all those things, and now she feels that she knows her value. No matter if you are a man or woman, it's the representation of the archetype here. So it's knowing your resources, it's knowing your value. She is abundant. Look at this figure. It's this representation of good fortune, of abundance, of a lot, of having a lot of everything that really you consider as important in your life. And now she knows how to use the knowledge, her resources, to make these improvements, to make this better, a better relationship. And you have here the representation of the moon and the sun. So it's this balance, this union of divine feminine and divine masculine. Before we in yourself, it's when you overcome um, feeling more ruled just by one part, and you really now you find this balance between the two things, because you are using your emotions but you are not let yourself to be ruled by them anymore, because you understand them, you know where they are coming from. You have faced your emotions, you have faced your shadow, you have faced those things that are attached, that are your ego, and you are not ruled by them anymore. You control them. You are the master of yourself. And with that, you are creating abundance. You are creating happiness. And Spirit really wants you to know that you have a lot that you have went through your life. And it is so valuable, everything that you have been through. You have not yet recognized the value of everything that you have been through, and how much it will give you to make a better life for yourself, and specifically in your love relationship. You have a lot to give. You have a lot first to just make this alchemic process. You are already going through it. So don't be afraid of going through this time of being more, to really let yourself go down and face your shadow, because there you will find the key to this wall. You will find the light. You will find your value. You will find all the resources. You will find everything that you learn and everything that you are learning now with this. And especially letting go, then you are making this huge transformation in your life. Definitely. How amazing is this? So let's see. I'm going to put some more tarot cards and ask Spirit, what are the advices for, what else do you want to add for the collective, for this message on how to make the relationship more harmonious? What are the advices that you want to add here for the collective? What else, Spirit? What are, okay. So you have the Seven of Wands. You have the Four of Cups. You have the Ace of Cups. And let's take one final here, one final card. This is the one. The Nine of Wands. So the advice the Spirit brings here is, so we have the Seven of Wands clarifying here the Queen of Pentacles. So what I see here is that Spirit is telling you on, you are at the best of yourself in one side, because that's part of what represents the Seven of Wands. That's on how I was telling you about all these resources. And so the advice from Spirit is to use those resources, to not let yourself be in a defensive way against you. Open up to yourself and you see the resources that you have and how you can achieve so much. It's like, I feel like it's kind of, you are protecting against yourself to not go really into some part of you that you don't want to face. And Spirit is telling you that you have everything. You have the strength, you have the courage, and you are just about to go with it. You are going with it. And that will make this huge transformation in yourself. You will find this light with letting go of something old, and with that you will see, you will be able to really see the gift that is being given to you from heavens. It's not easy to let go. It's like this figure is looking at still at these 3 cups that he once had. And now he has the opportunity to have this new cup. It's a blessing from the skies. But he's like, should I? Should I really let go of everything that I build? Things that I think it's part of me? That I always have been doing like that? And Spirit is really, really asking you, yes, it is this blessing from the skies. You have the Ace of Cups confirming this chalice. See how the heaven brings this chalice, and he's confirming here again. It is a new love, this renewal in your relationship. It will bring a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of peace, harmony. You will feel blessed. You will feel overflowed with love. You will be really just thanking to the universe. I see it clearly how you will be feeling in this Empress. And also, oops, sorry, I touched here the camera. And also here with the 9 of Wands, with the 4 of Pentacles, it's again this representation on how you have been through a long journey. You have been hurt a lot. You have been through so much. And Spirit wants you to know that you have your angel with you, you have your spirit guides with you, and they are aware of this. And they really don't want you to be in this situation anymore. That's why they are telling you on how you really have to peel out this layer of your onion. You have to let it go. You have to let this transformation happen in yourself, to really go within. And with you letting go, making this transformation in you, you will have this peace, this quiet in your heart, which will make you able to make communication with your partner in a different way. I see it very clearly. The Empress here is the number 3, and the astrological house number 3, it's all about communication. Not only, but it is really important, and it's how here I see that this big change that you are making in yourself, going within, recognizing what is the thing that you are doing that is blocking this communication to flow, to go in a different way. You are going to find in your ego what is blocking. You will making this change. You will make this change. You will let go of that old way of doing things. And thus you will be having a different conversation, a different communication with your partner. And that is building, I see that you will build new foundations of, you will want to know more about each other. It's like you are feeling in love again. You are feeling curious about each other. And you are really in this mode of, oh my gosh, I am in love. That's so beautiful. That is amazing. Okay. So this reading was already very, very long, but as I told you in the beginning, it was a special one and something that Spirit really wanted to bring to you. So I'm going to close it off with one final message, which I am going to take from the mermaids, the Oracle of the Mermaids. And it's all about water here also, because water, going into the water. Okay, so there is one advice that is coming. It is to go bathe yourself in water as much as you can. If you have, okay, I know it's you wanted to jump out. So if you have the chance of going into the sea and have a bath in the sea, if you have a chance of going into some swimming pool and some place where you can really just stay underwater as much as you can, that helps you to really make this journey into the shadow and make the transformation inside you. It is a very nice advice. Thank you so much, Spirit. So you have number 9, the magic of the Kohilan Druid. And it says caution, secrecy, worry. So, and it is the number 9, as I told you. So it is the full circle. It is the finish line of a cycle where you felt like you couldn't talk about certain things. You had some kind of secrets inside you. It depends, and you may not have like big secrets, but some of you may, and it is the time for you to really face that part of yourself. What is this? And what can I do with this? Why do I have this? Why am I not talking? Why am I not communicating? Why am I being so cautious? Is it about these insecurities? Where are they coming from? From me? From myself? Do I really know my value? Do I really honor myself? So it is really, really deep, deep transformation that you are going through. And I can see that you have all the potential available to make this big transformation, this big alchemic process inside you, which will lead you to this happiness and feeling light, feeling love, feeling lovable, and feeling the love coming to you also. And this is the finish line of a cycle that you have been through. So really, do not fear. Do not let the fear control you. Do not let the fear really block you to go within. Really face the dark, because there is light. There is knowledge. There is the key for your better version of yourself, for there is the key for your relationship to become better, stronger, with more harmony, with more love, and especially this feeling of quiet peace in your heart, that there is nothing you cannot go through. This is why it is so important, this change right now, because it will make you have this big foundation on to be able to then face whatever challenge come next, because there will be more, like we saw in the onion. So, but this one, it's a big step, and it will build strong foundation for you both as partners, as lovers, and you will have this strong interdependence, knowing who you are in each part of yourselves and how you can really connect and build better and build happiness and build more and more, one day and another, and face the challenges together. Wow. I am really, really happy to have made this reading. I apologize that it was so long, and but at the same time, I see that it was really important, and I really hope that helped, that you took something from here that will guide you, will help you to find this dancing, to rejoice in this death of whatever that is not needed anymore and has to go, and to rejoice yourself in love and happiness. I'm really, really happy for you. I am sending you all my love and light. And if it resonates with you, please just subscribe to the channel, because it really helps for my work. So I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.